Get out!
Help me! We're calling 911 for you. I'm bleeding out my heart, my lungs. I'm bleeding out my chest. Please help me in my right heart. Oh my God! Help me! They stole 2 dogs.
The horrific crime there, as Lady Gaga's dog walker just last year was walking a few of her dogs in, 5-minute ambush, jumped out of the car, as you saw and heard there, and shot the dog walker as he fought back to try and keep a few of those. They did steal 2 of the 3, which were eventually then recovered. But now the man who pulled the trigger has been sentenced, as you can look at him here, to 21 years in prison. That man who shot his dog walker during an attempt to steal the animals pleaded no contest to a charge of attempted murder on Monday and was immediately sentenced to those 21 years in prison. His name is James Howard Jackson, only 20 years old. Jesus. He was the triggerman in the shooting of Ryan Fischer, that was February of last year, as he was walking her 3 French bulldogs in Hollywood. Now Fischer fought back when the 2 men tried to snatch him, and then that's when he was shot in the chest. And then they took 2 of those dogs, another one did escape. He was then later released from the hospital. He did survive, thankfully, and this is one of those horrific pictures from the hospital bed that over walking a few dogs that weren't even his, then resulted in this devastation here. She did offer a bit of a reward for their return. We don't know if that ever came about. I think it was like $500,000 or so. But let's look at this video of her offering that in hopes of getting those dogs.
Lady Gaga has now reportedly offered $500,000 for the safe return of her 2 French bulldogs, no questions asked, setting up an email address in the dogs' names as a means of contact.
It happened literally 30 seconds. I came back out and I saw the guy on the ground and everybody was on top of him, just like holding him. Even though it was Lady Gaga's dogs, I don't care. A guy got shot and he was laying there on the ground like I thought he was dead.
In fact, that clarification has to happen. I don't care if it's Lady Gaga's dogs. This guy got shot. That's the number one. I get it though, but because the basis behind it, which information on why that happened and how crazy and ridiculous this is. Because dog thefts, as I was hearing, people got dogs snatched all through LA last year and maybe into this year's as well. It's on the rise. Last year, 210 pets were stolen in LA. It's the highest figure since the 245 that went missing in 2017. According to publicly available LAPD data. This year, it could be worse though, because from January 1st to June 25th, 130 pets were taken, and that sets them up to break that previous record. Now, this particular thing with the French bulldogs, I was wondering, what is the dogs? Which one is it? You know, people are seeing this happen. Maybe she had some kind of designer dogs. I've seen these dogs everywhere. It's usually the French bulldogs, is what the detective said. That's the dog of choice when it comes to their target. Brandy Hunter Munden, who's vice president of the American Kennel Club, told the Agence France Press this year that French bulldogs are often targeted because they can sell for $3,500 to $5,000 or even more. And that drives this whole theft. Maybe they can pull off and get themselves some other kind of money, which is, I guess, why Lady Gaga was offering all that money for their return, outside of the fact that they're her damn dogs. I mean, everybody walks the dogs in this city, Jeff, and everywhere else. And I guess people are looking over their shoulders now. This got really bad, and I hope it calms down a little bit.
Yeah, we've reached a place in this country where people are so desperate for money and finances that they're taking people's, not only property, but people's pets in order to sell them. And there's an open market for this that's only growing. And that's kind of, I don't know, like in a very large indictment on this country to where we are right now. And I don't know. I mean, people should be able to walk their dogs and feel safe, or feel like, well, I don't need my dog to attack someone who's going to try to rob me of it. Like that's really wrong and really scary. And I don't. You just gave out statistics for LA. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming it's happening in a lot of other places as well. But that's a very alarming number. And I know. Hopefully, we could do something about that moving forward.
I wonder if it's a weird an assumption that people have that, in LA people have these expensive dogs. They're everywhere, bro. They're just everywhere. And maybe scoping in Hollywood, you're looking for someone who has something a little bit more than others. It's a sad case. Again, this kid's 20 years old. Not complicated. This grown ass man is 20 years old and decided to do this, and he's spending 21 more years in prison. Good job, bro. I'm glad that dog walker then survived. That's something he's never gonna forget. That's a horrifically terrifying experience to go through.